Hi, this video will bring you the news of LG Cup Round 2 and also the highlights of the games. In the games between the Chinese players and the Korean players, the final results are 3 versus 3. 2 top Korean players were kicked out, but 2 middle-level Korean players successed to get into round 3. The 2 top players were Shin Min-jun and Park Jung-won. Shin Min-jun lost against Kerze. Shin Min-jun and Kerze is a game of vengeance. Shin Min-jun beat Kerze in the 26th LG Cup final and get the championship in the 2021. After this tournament, Kerze did not get another world championship. So this is a very important game of vengeance. And then Wang Xinghao is done beat Park Jung-won Naidan. Actually, it's very normal and very frequent that Park Jung-won lost against Chinese young players. I think Wang Xinghao born around 2004, so he is the youngest player in this tournament. And you can see his score rating already ranked the 4th, so he won many games in China. In the Sri Lanka Cup, he still could not get into the final, but it's time for him to get a better result. At his age, Kerze was already a world championship, and Wang Xinghao is the hope of the Chinese to beat Shin Jin-so. So although Park Jung-won still have a high win rate in the Chinese league or the Korean league, in terms of world championship, Park Jung-won lost against Chinese young players are already very common because he is over 30 years old already. Although the 2 top Korean players were beaten, the 2 top Chinese players were also lost against the 2 middle level. Ding Hao is the 27th winner and Yang Dingxin was the 27th runner-up. They both lost the game. This is a very interesting phenomenon in the LG Cup. In the LG Cup, the winner and the runner-up usually lost in round 2 or round 3. They cannot get a good result again in the LG Cup. It is a very funny phenomenon. But anyway, this result is a bit out of expectation. In the years, maybe 5 years ago, the Korean middle level could not beat the Chinese top level. The Chinese top players are much stronger. You can see the goal rating. It is reflected the win rate, but this time 2 players successfully get into the round 3. For other results, Miu Tin beat Kim Jung-hoon. Kim Jung-hoon played very nice in the round 1. You could check out the video about the round 1. I have reviewed his game. I think he played very nice, and he beat Li Wei-chen, also a very strong player. But this should be normal results that Miu Tin successfully get into the round 3. And at last, Shin Jin-so fight against Li Xuanhao. Both of the players were known as AI in Chinese netizens because they both have a very high win rate during the pandemic. And in their face-off, Shin Jin-so won against Li Xuanhao. We will check out that game later too. First, let's have a look at the game between Shin Min-jun and Kerze. Shin Min-jun is white and Kerze is black. Although black is leading the game, it's still a close game. Now, white tried to play here. This move looks normal because it tried to press down the black. There are no very obvious big points in the board, and this move looking forward to press down the black stones and also strengthen the group. However, this move is not perfect, and Kerze played the first choice of AI, the nice move. Now, if white try to push and cut. If black cuts here and play an exchange, also black could get many territories. But white also become fake and gained a root. So white still could satisfy with the result. But there are stronger moves for the black stones. Black could even try to hit here and connect. White need to connect and then black could push here. We need to know that this whole white group is not yet live, and it's very hard for white to manage both the 3 stones and this group, and white will going to lose if white play this push. So if white could not cut this black stone, white may need to play this kind of move to make sure the connection. But after black play this and then jump, Black successfully destroyed White's base and some points. And for hobbyists, this is not a big difference. But for professional players, these two moves may help Black to get advantage of 2 to 3 points more. And this difference could help Black to secure a victory. So, Shin Min-jun tried to play a counter-attack. He played a tiger move here. He looking for Black to connect. After Black connect, White could push and then cut. Now Black cannot break here because White could block it after the exchange. If Black cut here, I said that although Black could surround some territories here, White could also satisfy as White become fake. Here Black played this peep and White played this to play an exchange. After the exchange, White break through the right hand side, but Black also cut this stone. Now there is a Tetsuji for Black to capture the stones at the corner, which is the push and the clamp. This is the gain of the Black stones. But this is not the only gain for the Black stones. Black have cut these 3 stones. That means Black could surround some territories in the middle. Black tried to play this kick. This is a Tetsuji because White could not play this. If White played this, Black could cut here. Now White could not play the ladder. Before, if Black did not play this and play the cut, White could play the ladder. But after the exchange, White could not play the ladder. However, this move is not suggested by the AI because AI think that after White played the Hane, Black played this retreat and White played this. This is not the best choice for the Black. I think it makes sense when Kerze finds this Tetsuji, he will try to play this. But AI indeed think even this jump and Hane, the normal sequence, is better than this kick and then retreat. But this is a Tetsuji, and I think Kerze may looking forward to Shin Min-jun to play this kind of bend and then he could cut. Shin Min-jun have chose the correct choice and played the Hane. As Kerze may not be satisfied with this variation, he tried to play elsewhere. He played it here to capture back the 2 white stones. Because this is a 100% center, so actually it's the same to just playing here. Now, if White make the correct choice, the game is still a close game and they still need to fight in the end game. White need to play one move to secure the life shape. This move is also very valuable as it destroyed some territories here and also there is some RG of escaping this white stone. So the game is still quite close. However, Shin Min-jun makes a mistake that is quite unbelievable. He played a hit and then connect. This move is valuable because after Black played the retreat, Black could surround around 10 points here. So White hit and connect is worth around 10 or even I think 15 points. It's a big point. However, Black played this clamp, and the White is going to die. If White capture, Black could just play the squeeze, and this is a fake eye. And there is only one eye. And suddenly, this group was killed. White could try to play some kind of capturing race after this sequence. But White is already died, and the game is finished after Black successfully managed the capturing race. So Kerze successfully revenge and win the game. Recently, Kerze have much better results than the pandemic period. And let's see, could he get his first LG Cup? He have 8 World Championship, but he did not win LG Cup before. Now let's take a look at another game between Park Jun-won and Wang Xin-hao. In this game, you can see Wang Xin-hao get the advantage throughout the game. However, actually this game is still very complicated until 140 moves. So this game is very intense. They have very close win rate until the 150 moves. Let's see the middle game. Now, this 2 white stone is not yet lived. Although it's hard to attack this 2 white stone, as if black try to play this move to get the root, white could get out. If black try to attack through this area, then white could try to live on the edge. So this is very hard to kill. And this 6 stones is also not yet connect back to this group. And there is a ladder here. This ladder is important, as if the ladder is good for the black, after the ladder, black could play the H2 to capture the 3 white stones on the edge. So this ladder is very valuable. However, the ladder is not good for the black. You could see that. The ladder is not good for the black. If black played here, white could connect. If black played this, white could escape. However, AI said the ladder is the correct choice for the black. After this move, black could hit, exchange these 2 moves, and then exchange this, then black could play here. After this, although white captured all the ladder stones here, black also cut off these 2 white stones, and AI think that this game may be slightly better for the black, but it's still a very even game and very difficult game because white may still break through the black territories through this ban and through this kind of attack. And there is still some RG here, but this would be the best choice for the black. However, unsuccessful ladder is very hard for human to figure out. In most of the time, it should not be a good move when you play a ladder that is not successful. So, but this time, this is the correct choice. Here, Portion 1 could not figure out the ladder, so he played a human move, which is the net. After the net, black played here. We could see that this is much worse than the ladder, because now white have a center. Although black divided this 7 white stone with the edge, but this is engulfed. White could start to escape. White connect back this group. However, here white also give black chance. The correct shape to play here is this move. If white played here, it's very hard for black to play a successful attack. However, One Xin Hao also made mistake. One Xin Hao played here. And after this attack, white need to connect, as there is a wedge. If white play elsewhere, after this kind of exchange, black could play the squeeze and then wedge to cut off the white stones. So white need to connect, and now the eye shape of the white group is highly affected. Then black started to attack the whole white group. White played an counter attack. These 3 black stones is also not in a safe position, and they played an exchange. Through the exchange, black cut off this white stone. However, white also makes sure the connection and then played here. Now the white stones are connected. This becomes a key moment for the black stones. If Park Jun-wan knows what will happen next, then he should play the ladder. And this will become a very close game. They still need to fight until the end game. However, Park Jun-wan became greedy. He played this diagonal move. He do not figure out the problem of the black stones. White played this cut off the black stones. Black need to connect. And now we could see that there is an eye for the white here, because white could play this, black need to connect, and white could play here. There is an eye for the white already. And white played this diagonal move. Normally, we don't afraid this diagonal move, because after black played the attach and played this retreat, black could easily lift. And after black lifted the group, this group and this group, either one need to be killed. This is a common human logic. How could white lift both of the group? However, white did lift both of the group. White played the knight move, and suddenly we find that This group of black stones need to play here to make sure an eye shape. And after black played this, white played this first. After this attach, it's impossible for black to secure all the territories at the corner. And as a result, black did not have enough territories. You may think that after black played the attach, there is also no two eyes on the edge, but I've mentioned that there is a center here, so this group lived. And black is not strong enough, it's just impossible to kill all the white stones at the corner, and so black do not have enough territories. If Portion 1 could foresee that, he could have played the ladder. But this is quite difficult. At first glance, this group still do not have enough eye shape, so this diagonal move looks pretty logical for human. However, after white cuts here, white not only secure an eye here, but also cut off the black stones. Suddenly, this game becomes very difficult for the black stones. Now let's also look at the game between Xin Jinshaw and Li Xuanhao. In the interview after the game, Xin Jinshaw said that Li Xuanhao is a very strong player at opening, but he thinks he did not get an advantage in the opening, so he won the game. If we see the AI, the opening is not bad for Li Xuanhao, and maybe even slightly better for him. There is 60% of win rate. But I think in Xin Jinshaw's view, white have a lot of territories here. So let's have a look at this game. This is a very fun game too. White played this move in order to get some territories on the edge. Black played this, and then played this. White chose a big knight move. Black played the Hane, trying to capture the two white stones. Then white played a free space extension. Then black played the invasion again. It is very interesting and very intense. Then white played the knight move, looking forward to the cut. Black played this attach. Then white played the push and then cut again. Very interesting. They keep on fighting with each other, and that's all Kiai. But after this, white started to control the game. After this, black need to escape through a very ugly shape. And after the exchange, black have a very ugly shape, and these three black stones also cut off. Black still need to connect back. Otherwise, after white play one more move here, then white could capture the two black stones. Now we can find that this ugly shape is very hard to fight. Even black played the attach. After white connect back, there is still a wedge in the future. So black still need a move to connect back these 10 moves. But white already gained the territories, around more than 10 points at the corner. So white already gained many territories here. If black could not attack these 7 white stones, then black is going to lose. So black tried to attack. However, Xin Jinshaw played very well. He played the attach, and then Hane. After this exchange, white get this center. Black must capture this. If black don't capture this, white escape this. There is no way the black could capture this white stone. So black capture this. But white get a center to divide the black stone. And now, this become the white attacking the black, but not the black attacking the white. Here, white played a Hane. The purpose of this Hane is that if black played the block, then after this kind of move, white could play the tiger mouth to cut off these two black stones. So, one Hane makes black need to play 2 moves to protect the connection. Black played a counter attack here. But white keep on attacking this group. There is still only one eye for the black group. Here, black play the attach, and then there is an Tetsuji here. This is a beautiful Tetsuji. You may think that white could play this hit and this hit. Many players may think of this variation, however this is not successful, because black could play this extension. There would be a Oi Otoshi. If white capture this, then black could play this. So white need to play this, then black could escape. Black not only connect back with their friend, and also surround some territories. This is unsuccessful for the white stone. So you may think that after this Tetsuji, black is okay. However, let's see what Shinjin-so is going to do. After a cut, black need to connect. After there is some exchange, black connect back. Then white hit here, and then push again. They are all 100% center. Black need to capture the stone. Then white play this band. The stones at the center were killed by the white stone, and so white won the game. We could see that after this fight, white totally controlled the fight and the game. He showed us very strong score skills and calculation. Very wonderful. Then let's have a look at the game between the winner of the 27th LG Cup, Ding Hao, and Han Xin-zhao. Firstly, I think this game is very interesting. I could not reveal it very detailedly, but after black played this attack, trying to capture the territories here, white played the Hane and then 3-3 invasion, black played this knight move, then white started a very interesting sacrifice strategy. White played the edge and then cut. After some exchange, white started to play a Hane to play a sacrifice, utilize the 2 white stone. And then he covered the black stones. Very interesting. Black played a push and then a descent here. White's Hane is a very strong move. If black try to cut here, white could hit and then play this. Although there are many cuts outside, but there are only 2 liberties for the black stones. So it's very funny that the black stones is going to be killed. Yet there is Tetsuji for the black stones. Black played the cut here. This is again a Tetsuji. If white try to play here, now this time black could cut. If white still use the same strategy, then black could hit and then play here. After the exchange of these 2 moves, white could not capture the black, and white is broken. So they showed a very deep calculation, and then white play a sacrifice through this way. We still need to know that there is a ban here. After the ban, the best choice for the black will be a call, and this call of course is not acceptable for the black. So after some exchange, black played this move to prevent the call. Then through the sacrifice, white get a very large formation at the top left corner. Then white tried to surround the top left corner. A very fun game. And then black played this diagonal move and then Hane. If white try to cut here, the RG will be very bad. So white played the Hane. Then black again get around 15 points here. It's very large, but white get a center to play 1 more move to surround the top left corner. It's not a wrong choice to cut off these white stones, but if we use the final results to argue, this may be not a very good choice. Maybe it will be easier for black to get inside the white territories earlier. Then black played this knight move, white played this push. This move looks strange. However, there are so many Tetsuji you could learn. If black block, white could hit here and then play this. Now if black block, white could cut. You find that if black try to get back, white could play hugging. So this is a Tetsuji. The 2 black stones are being cut. Ding Hao of course found that So he played this attach and then get into white's territory. White play this hit and then connect. Now black break through the white's territories and the white also break through the black's territories. A very interesting game. The game is still very close. After some exchange here, black played a peep looking forward for white to play this kind of connection. Then there are still some defects like this jump. This is the plan of the black stone. However, Han Xinzhu here played a counter attack. He played a jump here. Look, trying to capture all the stones here. Black need to respond. AI said that the correct choice for black will be here. Then white play this, black play this, white play this. Black secure one eye here, and then black play the harness. This become a very complicated calculation and judgment, because it's very hard to kill the black group, as black already have one eye, but also not easy to leave the group. Black also not easy to leave the group. So there may be some exchange, maybe call many different options and possibilities. This will become very complicated. However, Ding Hao here think this move is a bit dangerous as white could cut off the black. He chose to play the jump. I think Ding Hao thought that white will connect, and then black may play the harness. Then black could make sure the connection here. But Han Xinzhu here played a strong counter attack. After this peep, he played a nice move here to cut off the whole black group. Now, if black try to capture this stone, there is only one fake eye, and white could even play this to block the black, and this whole black group is in a danger. In the real game, black push, white block. Black play this, white escape. Black connect, and then white play this. The whole group is in danger. At last, Han Xinzhu won the fight and win this game. In this game, Han Xinzhu showed that his skills in Tetsuji, calculation, and sacrifice. So this is a wonderful victory for Han Xinzhu. These are the games between the Chinese players and the Korean players. Now, there is also 2 games between the Chinese and Korean players with the Japanese player. And we could see the goal rating, the Chinese and Korean players are much higher than the Japanese players. So the final result is predictable that the 2 Japanese players were kicked out. And in round 3, there are 4 Chinese players and 4 Korean players. Ke Jie will fight against Han Xinzhu. I can't 100% sure, but in many years ago, Ke Jie was very cocky, and I think he have said that playing with players like Han Xinzhu is wasting time or something like that. Because in many years ago, maybe 4 to 5 years ago, Han Xinzhu, without the help of AI, is totally no match with the top players in China. But now, AI helped everyone to improve, and Han Xinzhu, you could see the game just now, very strong. And in the interview, Han Xinzhu said that he's looking forward to play with Ke Jie, but after he knows that he really is going to playing with Ke Jie, he don't want to play with Ke Jie. It's just some funny comments. But no matter what, Ke Jie should be in an advantage position. So could Ke Jie again get into the round 4, which is the best 4? We will see in the December. And Miyu team will play against An Shunjun. An Shunjun is actually the top of the middle players of Korea. He ranked at the top 10 for most of the time. So he is nearly the top players in Korea, but not as top as Park Jun-wan, Bin Sen-yi, or the Shin Min-jung. And Wang Xinghao will play against Bin Sen-yi. In the Kweijiao Lanka Cup, Wang Xinghao successfully beat Bin Sen-yi. Bin Sen-yi is born in 1997. With the same age, Ke Jie already have 8 championships, and Bin Sen-yi still don't even have anyone. It's very important for Brand to get the chance because he may need to get into the army and also he may get old and there is less chance for him to get World Championship. But the most important game about the winner, the championship of the 28th, should be between Gu Jihao and Xin Jinso. They will fight against in the Quadrangle final, and now they will fight against in the round 3. Gu Jihao is a very strong player. Could he win against Xin Jinso? We will figure it out on December. So, that's highlights of round 2 and the prediction of the round 3. Thank you for watching. We will see you again in the next video.